There's a big confusion about the CELPIP writing task 2 and what structure you should use. We have multiple structures that you can use, and on the screen you see the best one. I'll go over this, then I'll show you another one and another one, then I'll tell you which one is the best, the second best, and the least favorite for myself. And when I say it's not my favorite, it means it's not scoring the best marks among most candidates. But sometimes that can give you more marks. So we'll explore all of those and reasonings behind those. And at the end, I'll also tell you a big confusion. Again, this video will clear all confusions people have when they approach Task 2. So stay tuned. Let's get started. First of all, the CELPIP Task 2 question is an essay question. It asks you between two options, which one would you prefer, option A or B. An example that we will take in this video would be, let's say you are opening up a restaurant and you have two options, a veg restaurant or a non-veg restaurant, which means meat products. Which one would you choose? And you have these two options. All right. The first thing you have to do is the intro. The last thing you have to do is the conclusion. That is common. It's throughout all formats that I will explain to you here. So the one thing you want to do in the intro is give your opinion. And in the conclusion, the one thing you want to do is rephrase that opinion. So basically saying the same opinion again in different words. Why we do this is it shows the examiner a complete direct approach, because you start with the intro where you have an opinion, you address the question directly, then you give your reasonings in the body paragraphs, and when you wrap it up in the conclusion, rephrasing the opinion, it shows the examiner that you have come full course. You explained your opinion at the start, then detailed it, and then you wrapped it up again, saying to the examiner, hey, this is why I believed what I believed in. So that remains the same. Once again, I'll repeat, introduction has your opinion, and conclusion rephrases your opinion. Simple. You can have 1 to 2 sentences in both your intro and conclusion. Now, let's get into the body paragraphs. That's where the difficulty is, and should we do 2 bodies, 3 bodies, or so on? You can do 3 bodies, just never do it. It is impossible to finish in less than 200 words if it is 3 or 4 body paragraphs, and it will dilute your point. But you can do 3. However, in the structures that I'll show you today, I recommend highly stick to 2. You will be able to finish the word limit, the time limit, if you have 2 body paragraphs. And the problem is if you do more than 2, you have very short bodies trying to fit in the word limit. When you have short bodies, you're not describing things enough, you're not using long sentences, and they hurt your marks. So first thing is, stick to 2 bodies only. Now what do we do in these 2 bodies? Well, in body 1, you'll talk about 2 benefits, about your option. So if I open a restaurant, I want it to be with meat products. That's my option, that's what I'll say in the introduction. In body 1, I'm going to explain the 2 reasons why. Well, if you serve meat products, you will attract a larger crowd because most people like to eat meat products and they're non-veg. Secondly, another point could be probably it is more healthy. It has more protein, and people mostly believe that. Now, we have a debate if it's true or not, but people mostly believe it, and they would be attracted because of the health aspect of it. Now, body 2, we have to do 2 disadvantages. Be careful here. In IELTS, we do the opposite of what we say in body 1. So in a lot of the examples, we would say, well, also, meat products would be bad because, and we give reasons. We don't do that in CELPIP. Remember that. You cannot say good things about your opinion in one body and then bash the same opinion in body 2. Instead, you have to bash the other side in body 2. That's where CELPIP is different than IELTS. So in body 2, you have to talk about 2 disadvantages of the option you did not choose. Let me repeat this. In body 2, you talk about 2 disadvantages of the option you did not choose. What did I not choose? I didn't choose the vegetarian option. So here I'm going to say why that is a negative thing. Why I didn't choose it is because, number 1, it's hard to source vegetarian products. There are not enough suppliers for them. And another thing I would say is they're not mostly delicious. I could make it up. Some, vegans will complain, but I would say that they're not delicious because they don't have variety. It's a very salad-like flavor, and it doesn't give that fulfilling feeling when you eat it. You still feel hungry after that, which is absolutely true. So you would now criticize the other side in body 2, and again, you would support your side in body 1. This is the best structure. Why? Because it defines everything completely. The examiner is never going to complain that you did not explain enough in task response because you have addressed your side and you have also addressed why you didn't pick the other side. For vocabulary, this does wonders because you show the examiner your positive wordings in body 1 and negative wordings in body 2 because you are gonna bash it in one and support the other opinion in one. So you automatically include a range of vocab and expressions, which is why this is the best structure. Now, let's go to the second best structure, and this is where you have the same intro and conclusion, opinion, and rephrasing. But body 1 has, again, 2 benefits. Actually, that is the same too. Body 2, though, has 1 disadvantage instead of 2. And this is another structure for you guys to use because some of you struggle to finish so many points in the time limit and within the word limit. If you can, again, this is the best one. 2 benefits, 2 disadvantages. But if you cannot, if you're struggling with the words, 1 disadvantage in body 2 for the other side that is not selected is okay. Now, of course, makes sense because you have your opinion that you need to support more, so you would speak positively about that more and speak negatively about the other side lesser. You can use this structure as well if you struggle with words and time. However, this is the third best structure. And again, I say best because some people score very nice with this one as well. Here you don't talk about the disadvantages of the other side at all. You just talk about your side. So what you do is, again, intro and conclusion in the same format. Body 1, you mention 1 benefit for your opinion, why that's a good option. Body 2, you mention another benefit of your opinion. Now here you don't touch on the other side at all. You just speak on your opinion. And again, the negative consequence of that is you are not including a range of vocab. The examiner might say you did not address the entire question because you completely skipped the other side. But the benefit is you're going to be able to finish within the time and word limit because you don't have too many points. And also, if you can do a good job of defining each point in detail, you can score better here because you would have a lot of words to define the first benefit and a lot of words to define the second benefit. That's all you have to write, so you have the limit to write more. And if you explain this better, in some cases, people feel relaxed and they are able to be more confident because it's less things you're focusing on, and you might end up making less mistakes, leading to you scoring better than doing this or doing this. So this third option can work for you if you're struggling with options 1 and 2, as long as you do this in the right way without any mistakes. Now, again, if you're confused which one suits you best, remember, this is how it goes. This is the best structure. Try to work on this. If you struggle with this, go with option 2. If you struggle with that as well, go with option 3. Okay? The last thing I'm going to say is this is an essay format. You will never have any issues with marks as long as you write it in an essay format with intro, body 1, body 2, and conclusion. But a lot of you also try to think of it in the letter format or write it as such. Now that can have mixed reactions from the examiner. Remember, the question has never asked you to write a letter or email. It has never said address dear sir, dear HR manager or anything. So this is not a letter or email question. But some people do well using that. However, the structure that is required is the essay format. You don't need dear sir, madam, things you're not talking to a person here. You are giving your opinions in an essay format in response to the survey, highlighting the advantages and the disadvantages of the other side. So keep it in that format, but you can go with letter format if you want, but I don't know why you would, because it's risking it. It gives mixed results and mixed reactions. All right, guys, that's it with this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. We'll talk very soon. Take care.